brought to you by Vitacost. First for the Utah Warriors, Seuli, Coltman, Kofe anchor the front row with former Seawolf Reed Davis, Matt Jensen at lock. Frank Lahore moves to blindside flanker with Khaleesi Moley, Lance Williams rounding out the loose forwards. Going and Hodgson run the show at 9 and 10 with Joe Mano and Nick Ben on the wings with a combined 17 tries. D'Angelo Le'uila might be the MVP of the league so far at inside center, with the rookie out of BYU, Cole Semu, at outside center. Former All Black Greg Cooper is the head coach, telling us he's never played in or coached a Monday rugby match. Here we are. Notably, the Warriors have 4 capped players off the bench with a 5-3 split. Now the starters for Seattle, the front row, really good one with Orr, Kotza, Zace, and Pofu. Herbst are the locks with Rickard Hatting moving to blindside flanker with Charles Elton and OJ Noah as the other forwards. New scrum half Nick Boyer makes his Seawolf debut. Rodney Yona at fly half. Pulu and Futi are the wingers. Creel and Rousseau at center. Duncan Matthews is the fullback. Former Irish hooker Alan Clark is the head coach. Seattle goes with the 5-3 split led by Malachi Esdale off the bench, who has 6 tries.
2-1-0.
And here we go. We are underway in Zions Bank Stadium. A short kick retained by Seattle. Utah was keep it low, but it gets caught up in the air. It goes about 20 meters. Here comes Seattle and Ina Futi. The ball pops out, knocked on, and Utah will get the first scrum. Davis on the carry. Le'uila puts it on the ground to himself and makes a big tackle. Knocked on. Utah with the advantage. Joe Mano, leading try scorer in the league. First time of the Warriors. Big hit.
Utah looking to play out of their half still, but
who that person was. Liam Coltman at the back of the maul for Utah. To the blind side. Zion going, getting lots of space. It'll go all the way. The scrum half gets Utah on the board. 5-0.
It's going to be a major factor all night long.
It really affects how Utah is going to approach what they do here, because kicking's going to be tough. Or maybe Matt Jensen will just run it all the way. Matt Jensen, the lock for Utah, penetrates the Seattle defense, and the Warriors are in business again. Hodgson, Grubber keeping it low. Duncan Matthews finally gobbles it up. Lance Williams. Big push by Utah. And this ball goes all the way to Utah. Massive push. As they get the turnover, tap and go from Zion going, and here come the Warriors. Look at the curve on that ball. Knock on. Seattle in business. Inside the 22. First opportunity of the night for the Seawolves. Big run by Zace, the tight head prop, who gets within 10 meters. He lays it back for Boyer. To the left side now. Tackled by Hodgson.
Hold the line, Warriors. Warrior Nation.
Or playing scrum half. Good bind and push that time. And Pofu upended. And a try by Seattle. They've tied the game between the posts, so they get the automatic 7 and they take the lead.
right here at Utah, they need a result tonight.
Yona. Physical run by Creel. Dropped by Yona. Knock on, advantage Utah. Hodgson, trainers, just going to kick it into space and see what happens. We'll see if they bring it
Smith,
back.
such an organizer for this side. He's really the glue of the team, and he brings so much experience in his kicking game. But what a breakout. And then a turnover.
Rousseau. Here's Joe Mano. Cuts it up. Joe Mano's still going, and he's going to dot it down. What a run by the MLR's leading.
Great feet, great speed to escape the Seattle chase. And he gets 5 more points to his name.
Joe Mano backwards to the north with the wind. Big shove by Utah, but here comes OJ Noah. He is in the try zone, trying to dot it down, but he is held up. So there's a lot riding on the next couple of weeks for both these teams. Le'uila, trainer, Joe Mano already scored 1 try, gets around the corner, leaves it in bounds so that this bring down Tyler Wong with a nice tackle. Boyer now to Kotza. Yona knocked on by Orr. Le'uila, advantage on the knock on for Utah. Throws this one back. Lance Williams with it. Over to Jordan Trainer on the giddy up. Trainer, no one's going to catch him. And Utah has scored a third try against the wind.
Of 7 points. And what a response from Utah. What a breakout from their own 22. They have been playing defense.
15-7 Utah with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Hodgson. It's past the gain line. Utah's been really tough in the scrum. Boyer emerges with the ball by the skin of his teeth. And then here comes Inafuti all the way. What a play for the winger as he dots it down just outside the...
Takes a beautiful line. He has the wheels, and he gets 5 points. He has the answer for Seattle. They're
Ben's
right
got to get back there. Trainer was way up. There's some real pressure and no support. Ben, let's see if he runs it out or kicks it. And Seattle takes it away. Rousseau on the counter ruck. Tap and go by Nick Boyer. Seattle in business.
No play test. No.
It was backwards. Utah has now taken it away. Noah out of the back to Boyer. Backwards. Intercepted by Hodgson. The veteran. Gonna go all the way. He did this against Seattle in Seattle, and he does it again in Utah. And Joe Hodgson will dot it down just outside.
competition, but they're just not there, and they're not quite performing for me, given the opportunities they've had.
They do steal the line out. Utah struggled in the line out today. See if the Seawolves can get something done. They get it to the playmaker, Malachi Esdale, Tony Pulu. Boyer. Seattle still with it. Plenty of time left in this game, 30 minutes to go. Utah by 10. Yona. Back to Matthews, cut ball to Pulu. Pulu getting past Jordan Trainer, stumbles, and then dots it down, and he may have injured himself on the score.
Injure himself as he dots down.
He's gearing down and he slips, and should they come back in this one? 24-21.
Ready for substitutions.
Yona. Esdale, Matthews. Futi. Futi intercepted. Offloaded at the last second. Come in for Futi there officially. Kolsemu in the bin. Scrum for Seattle. OJ Noah. OJ Noah piercing the defense inside the 5. Picked up by Hadding. Boyer trying to get that ball quickly wide. Spills out, knocked on. Utah takes it away. This is Herbst. Seattle with a chance to take the lead with one play here. Matthews. Esdale cutting inside. Had a spectacular try against LA. Over Lahore's head. Bouncing ball. Up comes OJ Noah. Seattle with another chance. And another jackal for Utah. Harlequin in England. Trainer over the top. Was it forward? I think it was. Lance Williams like, I finally got an opportunity here. A little head and shoulders. What are we thinking here? As Jordan Trainer throws it forward.
I'm sure top of the line for those
This
two.
weekend, big ones. So every game mattering with just 4 after this one until the playoffs. Trainer. Grubber. This one's going to go inside the 22. Duncan Matthews hoping it goes out of the back. Nick Ben trying to chase it. Was it touched?
It's a goal line dropout, but we're just not too sure if he did ground it and whether or not the other team grounded it.
Ooh, I wonder if Matthews pulled his hand up.
Chase from
It
Nick
is touched
Ben.
by White and goes dead. Goal line dropout.
Goal line
Goal line
dropout.
dropout, okay,
Utah's going to get the kickback
Goal line dropout.
after the goal line dropout. By Yona under the sticks. This one's going to hold up in the air. Williams coming up. That's a nice catch to not knock that on. Utah inside the 22 already. Crowley bowled over. Vungakota runs into that channel immediately. Crowley back up. Leuila. This is Bradford.
No, back.
Crowley, Seattle thought that was knocked on. Rolled around in the breakdown a bit. Emerson Pryor. Of course, he'd give it to one of his front rowers, Angus McClellan. Crowley at Frank Lahore. Goes to ground quick. Tries to set up. And Seattle takes it back. Yona back to Matthews. Wide ball to Esdale, who kicks it right at Leoila, and then Leoila somehow comes up with it. And now he's charging forward. The Samoan. And that's why they kicked it, because the lineup has absolutely been terrible for Utah tonight. Polasike with the counter ruck. He had the ball in his hands, and then he lost it. Blasted by Rousseau. Trainer under pressure. Kicks it into touch, and Seattle will have a line out. Devin Short. 1 minute left. Mason Peterson.
Still advantage.
Still an advantage. Dan Creel. Boyer. Yona. Yona cuts it up. He's within a meter. 30 seconds to go. Boyer keeps it himself. He's short. Try for Seattle. They've done it. They've scored and taken the lead in the 80th minute. We'll tell you about that in a moment, but Yona will kick it and curves it in, and that will be the final, 28-24. Seattle goes into Utah and pulls off the upset in the final seconds of the game to get a bonus point win.